Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Team Gullit YouTube channel. My name is Renzo and today we're back with another amazing post-patch tactic. And this one, I'm quite surprised how well this actually is working right now, because everybody's struggling right now, even the pro players, how to score goals, how to attack properly, because the game feels so slow and everybody's complaining. And you watched our previous videos, hopefully if you haven't, check that out. And make sure that you don't forget to subscribe to the channel and put the notification bell on, because these tactics are going to work wonders. And you'll see why, because it's just very attacking in general. But like always, don't forget to sit back, relax and enjoy. Okay, so first of all, a friendly reminder to please don't forget to subscribe, right? Like, we are pumping this content, we're helping you guys after the patch. Just showing you my team. I explained this before a couple times. Cancelo and Natal switch positions in game, but I explained it before. These players I am using is not because I prefer them, but it's more because I practice for the Pro League, the Belgium competition, FIFA 22 national competition. So, the team. Ideally, for this formation, 4-3-2-1, you'd have a Lucas Vazquez or an Nkunku, for example, in your team at that right forward position instead of maybe Bamba, or just to link up your team, because you'd ideally have a midfielder, RCM and LCM, that are great going forward, and Lucas Vazquez is a winger, but he has great defensive stats, such as Nkunku. So it makes your options a bit more variety, right, for creating a team. Anyway, the tactic, 40 width on balanced defensive style. Why is that? 4-3-2-1 is just a narrow formation and you want to keep it as tight as possible. The only way that you can really get exposed through is people having possession down the wing, but I explained this in a couple of videos before in these narrow tactics. You sometimes you don't mind having not having possession down the wing in these tactics. The depth between 50 and 65, maybe 70 if you feel like that's working. I'm personally not a fan right now. They did change it in the patch, but I'm not a fan of 70 depth. Long ball, direct passing. I'm going to explain this. The long ball is just working with the meta. I've explained this in the previous video where I was talking about the post patch. The get in behind instruction, the through balls are back. So I tried it, long ball and direct passing, to combine these two, and it's actually working really well with this get in behind instruction on your strikers. So just use this. If you were to find that long ball doesn't work out for you, you could switch to balance maybe, but direct passing is a must in my opinion. Then having three kind of center forward strikers. The main striker you want to have at least 5-star weak foot on. That is really crucial. I'm going to explain you why. And the right and left forward just need good pace, good dribbling. You guys know the drill. Central midfielder needs to be defensive minded, and the other two can be a bit more box to box or offensively, because the center forward, the striker, is going to have stay central and get in behind. The right and left forward, are just going to have get in behind. Previously we put stay central in those, but you're going to see why it's not necessary. You can put comeback on defense on them. I've kind of treated this formation like just a counter-attack formation going fast, so I didn't have comeback on defense on. Personal preference. But the center midfielder, you could do drop between defenders, but just use stay back while attacking cover center. It will help you defend a little bit better in this formation. Drop between defenders, not personally a favorite, but hey, it's up to you if you want to try that out. Balanced attack and cover wing on the right and left center mid. And you could go with stay back while attacking if you feel like you're getting too exposed. Also, that will show in the gameplay. But cover wing is crucial. And if you're playing against a narrow or even a 4-3-2-1, you could go with cover center on both. Just sometimes you have to switch against the instructions as well, depending on your opponent, right? Stay back while attacking on the fullbacks. You could go with overlap. Not necessary. The center backs and goalkeeper we don't touch. So, now the gameplay. Because this long ball direct passing in 4-3-2-1, like you see here, this right forward, and this is why I'm explaining that you don't need stay central on them, because right now the right forward is already going to make that run to get in behind from well, pretty much 20 yards out where our striker is positioned, which is going to give us space. And yeah, it's just that L1 double tap triangle that we explained in that post-patch tutorial that is just working wonders. And this is why you don't need them to stay central, because the positioning of the right and left forward right now are just so good. As you can see here, it kind of feels like a triangle at this point, like but I think it's even the right center mid that's in that deeper position right now. But you can just see that right now, that Junior Messias that's going to score right now, he's the right forward, and he was on the inside of the fullback and in between that center back. And the choice that the AI and as both as your opponent have to make is who are they going to mark, even with their center backs, because right now the right and left forward seem to always kind of go by the inside of the fullbacks, and that's really the weakness of AI sometimes, that they just don't cover that well. So people always have to manually defend this, and it's actually pretty hard. And as you can see here, it's that long ball, that L1 R1 triangle pass. Yeah, if you don't know how that completely works, then check out our other videos. But this is, yeah, it's just too good right now. I feel like the way that the right and left forward are positioned, and obviously this is not going to work every time, but you can just see that I'm not doing this once or twice. I keep doing these passes, these runs that are being made in behind by the strikers, by the passes, the L1 R1s that are just constantly going in the right position. And don't get me wrong, the downside of this formation that I'm showing you here is that obviously the opponent has some space to work with as well. You can see here we only have Fellaini really as our central midfielder that's helping out. Already a striker of the opponent is getting in behind, and you can see that on the right hand side of the screen right now, that's Mertens, the right center mid, that's pushed up like way up forward, and he's not helping in defense. So you could struggle with defending sometimes, but hey, if you feel like you're a good offensive player, then this tactic might work well for you, because as you can see here again, if you don't score your chances, your opponent is going to get chances. But luckily in this game I did, as you can see in the scoreline. Doesn't really matter, but it's just, this formation, it's just really good. And what I shown you there is that if you manage to press there in that last clip quite well, then you should not be in too much trouble defensively. Try it out, guys. Actually, this formation, for me, it just suits the meta right now. Long ball, just spam these through balls and just go at the defense. My name is Renzo. I'll see you guys in the next video. Ciao, ciao.